All right, so I'm going to take some notes on representing whole numbers. This is kind of a review, should be anyway. But what we'll do is we'll write a number out, and then we're going to show the different ways that you could actually represent that number. Standard form, expanded form, notation, all that good stuff. So we're going to do 945. So I think the first one we're going to look at is breaking that number apart in itself. So when you look at these types of numbers, you want to be able to break the numbers apart and see them in their different place values. So we have 945. So we got 900, 900. That's the first place value you see, the hundreds place. That's the largest one. So you have 900 plus, then you go to the next place value. There's a 4 in the tens place, so they represent 40. And then from that point, you have 5 left over. That's in the 1, so that's just 5 1. So you have 900 plus 40 plus 5. And if you see this on a test, or if you see this in a book, they're going to say this top form, which is the traditional form that y'all see numbers. You're going to see that is called the standard form. And below that, we have written the expanded form. So what the expanded form does is really break apart the numbers in their different place values. Again, start with your largest place value, whether it be 10,000s, thousands, ones, tens, zeros. Whatever your largest one is. So let's look at nine. We're gonna write expanded notation now. So in green, I'm gonna write standard notation. And with standard notation, you take the digit that's in that place value, and then you have to multiply it by that particular place value. So we're in the hundreds, so we have to multiply by 100. So 9 times 100, 900. 4 times 10, the tens place is 40, and then that's the ones place. So we will then do 5 times 1. So again, you see, very similar to what we have above the expanded form, but we're adding a layer showing that if you multiply, you can break apart those numbers even more. This is expanded notation. So understanding that the different parts that are within a number will help you do simple operations like adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. When you can break those apart, it really, really helps you out. There are still a couple of more forms left that you will see. So we have standard, expanded form, expanded notation, and then next we're gonna write out the number, and this is called our word form. So it's actually 945. So you write 945. So if you learn how to spell some of these, the base words like hundred, thousands, millions, it'll help you out. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A lot of numbers stem from that. Even 9, you can write 19, you can write 29, all that different stuff. And then the last form we're going to show is the pictorial model, when you actually draw it out. All right, I'm not going to take the time to draw these extra neat, but this is what we represent a hundreds cube. But yeah, it's not the most beautiful thing. So we need 9 of those because, again, remember, we got 900. After we get 9 of those drawn out, we got to go and move to the next place value mark. We got to get 4 tens. But let me go ahead and draw these out real quick, trying to make sure that they at least look like hundreds cubes. So again, you have to remember, when you actually are looking at these numbers, you're not going to have to draw these in every form every time, but you need to recognize numbers and be able to read them in each of the forms. So if you see a pictorial model, you need to know what number does this pictorial model represent. So you don't have to be perfect at drawing these little cube things, but you need to know that that cube is 100. You need to know that, you know, this here, or would that be 1,000 cube? Oh, I think I messed that up, guys. I think those are technically 1,000 cubes, the big ones, but y'all know what I mean on this one. I'm not gonna redo it, but that is our, we'll say that's 100. And then these are our small tens. So we ended up with, well, I drew one too many. So we got 4 tens, which would be 40, and then we have 5 ones, 45. So that'll be a pictorial model that you can use, or that you need to also understand. But I did mess that up. I believe that is those cubes, when they're 3-dimensional, those are 1,000. But for this video, I meant that to draw a 100 cube, which is a 10 by 10 square with 100 pieces in it. But we got 40 and we got 5. So be able to look at those different pictorial models and do that. So on your picture, I don't want to see 3-dimensional cubes. Draw the flat images. Flat 10 by 10s. Now I want you to try that same thing, but we're going to use the word 531.